It's a big game tomorrow. Any players going to be back available? I mean, how's Marcus and Johnny Evans after the derby?
So that's the good news. They recovered after the derby, so they are available. And for the rest, it's the same squad, apart from Omari Fossen. He dropped out. He has an injury.
These issues don't really seem to show any signs of decreasing. When are you expecting players back? I mean, someone like Mason Mount, haven't heard a timescale for a while. Harry Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, people like that.
Mason Mount, I think he's in a good spell now, and he will return shortly. I think after the international break.
Is there anybody else set to return?
Yeah, for next week. I think some players are planning to return. Hopefully, when the process will continue like it's now, Harry Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I expect them to be back and to be available for our game against Liverpool.
Højlund as well?
Højlund, similar, yeah.
Eric, you're 11 points off the top four now. Obviously, last year you won a trophy, you qualified for the Champions League. That was considered a successful first season. Do you need to do one of them things again this year to stop this season becoming a failure?
We want to be successful. We needed to be successful, but sometimes seasons are going like we are now in, but we don't accept that. We will fight. We have had problems. We still have problems in our squad, with injury-wise. But with the players who are available, we will fight for it. We have to win every game, and we go into every game. It doesn't matter who is the opposition. We go for winning.
With 11 games left to play, obviously results are always important. But what's more important to you over this period? Is it getting the results that you so desperately need, or do you need to show the performances between now and the end of the season to convince everyone, the supporters, maybe even the owners, that the project's still going in the right direction?
The project is going in the right direction when we have the players available. And top football is about winning games. We know that. And so we're working and we keep working on better performances. We want to play to maximum levels, and we will have to do it with the players who are available and which are good players. It's only in some key positions you miss players who are they have a very high impact on the way we want to play.
Just following up on that, then, Eric. You talked about with the players you've been missing all season, and you talked about last season you had consistency in your team previously. Do you feel your team's under or overperformed this season, considering everything you've been faced?
But no team can't deal with this with so many injuries, and I think we're playing to maximum levels. If you take in respect and the availability of the players. So when you miss so many key players over many part of the season, then obviously the results, the performances will not that be when the players are available. And we have seen when the players were available, like in January, February, our performances were very good. And I think from that moment, when the players were not even fit, they could do even better when they are 100% fit in that moment, but they were not.
One of the players obviously been missing is Rasmus Højlund, who's just been named Premier League Player of the Month. How frustrating is it that he's been out when he was finding great form, and how much have you missed him? Yeah,
but a lot, but I have to do it, and we have to do it with the players who are available. And so I will never complain about that. And so we work through this game with the players who are available, and we have to get the best out of it, and that is our aim.
Yes. Eric, it's a game against Everton. Sean Dyche has had his own issues with his football club in terms of off the field. On the field, what have you made of them, and what are you expecting?
I think it's very clear. You can see really his handwriting. So in the style of playing of Everton, and he has done that very good. On the moment he took over last season, he made them very fit. So it's a very good structure in this team. So it's a very good team, and we know what to do to beat them.
Last question in this section, Andy.
Harry, you won 61 of your first 100 matches at Manchester United. You won a cup. That's a better record than Jurgen Klopp, than Arteta at Arsenal. And I know you don't want to use the injuries as an excuse, but to what extent have they derailed what was a pretty positive trajectory?
It tells that we are in the right direction. And because, so imagine we had many more players available and that we had not so many setbacks in injuries. It could have been easily 70 or 75 wins, and that tells the bright future of this team when players are available. Because if you compare it with other managers or other teams in the past who were in a built-up stage, or with previous managers in this big club, then you can see there is a bright future. And because also with I think it's a good balance in ages in the squad, where young players, middle-aged players, experienced players together. And imagine when they are available, as I said, we could have easily win from 100 games 75, and that's a big difference, I think, with the things, with the stats you mentioned.